Been a while since I've actually felt this excited in a battle which I mostly scream despair in the future for me. And I really hope some other Shokugeki reviewers are watching this because I actually want to discuss things with you all now. And that is, uh, I have discussed this a lot in my different reviews of this one, but I'm just gonna ask this question until we get an answer. And that is, just why did the Elite 10 of this action become central? I'm thinking of doing a separate video on that because I won't be able to review next week's Shokugeki no Soma. At least I don't think so. I may be able to review it, but it will be of even worse quality than usual, and I probably won't have my glasses on. So, no promises. Just saying that. But what I'm trying to say is, what have we gotten even stronger clue now on why Nene became a member of the Central? Because we have gotten a revelation, not a revelation, that's a wrong word. Something turned out. It turns out that Satoichi and she really do know each other. In fact, they were childhood friends. At least she doesn't consider themselves that, and it's not exactly confirmed if Satoichi himself also considers her a friend. I mean, the cover page describes them. It was from that day they began to dislike each other. However, it seems for me it started with Nene. And now I'm even more interested in Satoichi's character. There hides so much mystery in his character that makes me even feel like he is even more interesting than usual. I want to know more. We'll get to that soon. First of all, yes, this is Shokugeki no Soma, chapter 210, and yes, this is me, the Angry Anime fan. First of all, it starts with many of the Elite 10 actually cursing the fact that Satoichi, someone who even even a son calls having him crazy skills. If he could use them properly, he'll make money grow on trees. And decided to rise up against Central. Meaning that even he acknowledges Satoichi's skill. Note, this is an arrogant guy. He probably acknowledges those Elite 10 higher than him. That doesn't mean he likes them. Of course, he doesn't like Satoichi either. But the fact that someone as arrogant as him says that Satoichi is the thing, who knows? Either way, Yulia makes an extremely disgusting face. So I'm not gonna make about that. And the most adorable, funny part about this review is not the story. It's actually Alice who demands to know from both Nikumi and Hisako after they are saying that they have feeling it's a bit unbelievable that a guy who walks around in a naked apron could be this skillful. It turns out that Alice had decided to not only call Hisako Hishoko, but now he decides to call Ikumi Nikumi. So yeah, that's pretty adorable. And it turns out that I said before that the Ishinki clan, which is a line that is actually a traditional Japanese restaurant in Gion, Tokyo, and the Konokino clan, they have a long-standing relationship since old times. The Kinokuni clan came from the west. No. Sorry, it was the opposite. East, and the Ishinki clan came from the west, and they were the most who had the monopoly on Japanese cuisine. And it's always been tradition in the Ishinki clan that the one who's gonna take up the heir, the one who's gonna become the heir, is gonna be sent on a food apprentice apprentice journey in the culinary arts. However, I'm actually pretty shocked. The Shinki clan sends out their promising, their inherited. Sorry, I slipped the words. Not so no to this. The one who's going to inherit the clan at the age of 4. I can understand 6, but 4? Holy crap! That a child can barely talk at that age. So he and Nene in a way became childhood friends because Satoichi came there and her father begged Nene to treat him well, and at the beginning he did. However, that kindness soon turned into jealousy when it turned out that everything that Nene showed him, such as jungling balls, cat cradle, or even using a Japanese instrument such as playing on a flute, court music, or using like a banjo guitar or whatever it's called. Every single thing he did, he was better than Nene. And Nene had done these skills since she was probably 1 year old, and Satoichi learned that extremely quickly. This is confirmed that Satoichi has a hidden depth. It's always been confirmed that he has been an ace, but oh, we were so mistaken, my friends. He is not an ace. He is a child prodigy. And he has so much instant skills. I have a feeling that he could very well rival. I mean, this is only me saying this, but when I'm reading this, I'm almost getting a feeling that he could probably have rivaled the top seats if he choose to. But even from this flashback itself, I think we get a hint that Satoichi is not a guy who has wanted fame nor prodigy. We'll get to that in the end of the video if I remember it. Even then, we'll get back to the flashback. Nene never called him a childhood friends. He only called him a freeloader. And Nene has never liked Satoichi ever since that day because, well, Satoichi, it turns out that Nene may be the one who has a higher seat than him, but Satoichi was the better ship. The only reason why Satoichi is the 7th and she's the 6th is because Satoichi just didn't try hard enough. And ever since that, she held a grudge. And here we comes to the first thing I said. Is it possible? I'm gonna tell about this in every single chapter of Shokugeki no Soma from this day forward, but I'm still wondering, why did the Central Elite 10 become a part of Central? There's so many different reasons. At the beginning, I thought it was they may all come from esteemed families, which they may all still do. But now I'm actually beginning to think of something else someone else talked about in Manga Helper. And that may be, could it be that Asami have manipulated their flaws? And what I mean flaws, their personality flaws. It is Isan, for example. His personality flaw is greed. He'll do anything for money. He's an unpleasant person, no doubt, but he will do anything for money. It's not so. And the strange thing is, though, Izan is a smart guy, but even Soma could manipulate him by making say one thing he did not like. So I think, could it be possible that Asami manipulated Izan's greed in order to make him vote for him? But then again, Izan is an unpleasant character, so we shouldn't try to scan him too much. Second, though, Tsukasa. I mean, Tsukasa is a perfectionist. Could it be that and he deems that they must destroy all these restaurants because it can't be helped? Given to the fact he seems to have some kind of disorder, I don't know if he's autistic like me or something else, but given to the fact that he is so distant, could it be that Asami manipulated that feeling too? Rindo, however, she only voted for Asami because she thought she was fun. Could it be that Asami manipulated that too? Momo, she just wants to be alone. Maybe Asami manipulated that. That big sword guy, he seemed to be a blood knight. But Nene, could it be that the only reason why Nene is in the Elite 10 is because he promised her the ways to become the best? Because it turns out that Nene is none other than a sore loser. Don't get me wrong, I am also a sore loser, but I'm not like her. I'm not a skillful guy. But it turns out that she's a guy, no, not a guy, a girl that has a very strong sense of desire to be the best. And because she dislikes Satoichi, again, because Satoichi is a guy that never had to do anything, really. Everything Nene, went to the top with, According to her, Satoichi overcame. Everything she spent years trying to become expert on, Satoichi became an instant expert on that. And she felt that makes her feel pathetic. I mean, I can understand the feeling of your biggest passion and someone overpowering you in that, but I still feel like that is so pathetic. It's so. Is that the only reason why she is in Central? Because she wants to become the best of her generation? I mean, I have only lost even more respect for her now. So Satoichi just calmly says, that won't happen today, because you will lose to Suyuki Soma. And that is true. I guess we has the final confirmation that, yeah, Soma will win against Nene. Because now Soma throws the thirst thing that actually surprises everyone. He has boiled his soba, and he decides to fry his soba, much to everyone's surprise, which according to Nene will ruin the elegant flavor. But Soma can only smile, much to her content. The one who's gonna reach the thirst judging will be those two. That's the end of the chapter. And Soma has finally thrown his ace in the hole. He is indeed frying them. He is going through a completely different method. And he's gonna bring out a new type of flavor. According to Nene, this will ruin the flavor. But no, I don't think it will. Because Soma will have his own ways of doing it. Now that we talked about that, let's see if I can talk about what I talked about in the beginning. Satoichi. Satoichi is a very mysterious guy. It seems his reasonability, his kindness, and everything else is completely sincere. And yet, this flashback hints that Satoichi has always been good and is actually a prodigy. So why isn't he higher? I think the easiest answer to that question is because he's just not interested. The question is, though, why isn't he interested? It could be for free or a couple of reasons. First, it could be because Satoichi is like Yoichiro. He doesn't like the people call him a prodigy. He just wants to cook and do the things he likes. So maybe he doesn't want to become the best because, well, he just thinks it's a hassle. The second, he may have a devious side. He likes to hide his power in order to throw everyone off this place. Or it could be the third. The thing is, and I think it's the real reason, we only get a clue, but I think Satoichi was very lonely as a child. Because in the flashback before Nene became cold to him, we saw Satoichi looking at the flowers. And do you know, the face he made at that face, it just looked like someone who was alone. And given to the fact that he may have been a prodigy, I would not be surprised if people have extremely high expectations of him, and he grew tired of that. So he decided, no, I'm gonna do my own. And is that the reason why he is the black sheep? Because he has decided that I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. I'm gonna do my own thing. And I think that's the reason why he has not decided to give him all. He will only give his all when he feels like it, not when others feel like it. And that's the reason why Nene dislike him. Such a petty grudge. She obviously will lose. Now I definitely know she will lose. Still haven't seen the judges, but it seems we will get that. I still wanted Megishima, but who knows. Yeah, this is a very, very long review, but please, this time, give me your thoughts if you have any.